have you found out anything?
Hey there, buddy. Dr. Baiju. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying. Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
Look! There's somebody over there! Oh no! It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Watch where you're going!
Oh, dear customer. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but... Huh?
Dad!
Hey, Hu Tao! My, who do we have here? My worst nightmare. I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Hu, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
You're... Ayu?
Your name is Jia Liang, and you live just west of Qingce Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember?
Oh,
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Sorry, Hu-Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jialiang's system.
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry. What?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace.
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jialiang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more...
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Farm. Blockages within the cardiovascular system. I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it?
Don't you worry. Baishu's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way.
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying the...
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I...
So it's been a long time indeed. No, I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating it.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that some...
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Changcheng.
Bye for now, everyone.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on.
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baiju mention those people from it. Yeah, you must be curious too.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing hello, you busy bees, and what do we... Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces...
Guilty as charged! Oh, and also, how come you and Baiju could tell so quickly that Jialiang had god remains in his system?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war. Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baiju learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baiju's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baiju's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him. And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyu Vale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics, and you've seen how wary Baiju is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baiju is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality, but whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say. Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baiju himself about all of this tomorrow. It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jialiang is doing.
Dad!
Oh, are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, are you? I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baiju's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baiju.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baiju. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wang Sheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baiju. I'm not that unreasonable.
Ah.
I've been stuck indoors for too long.
Ah, yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Qiangsheng and myself for a moment.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody?
Who's there? Why did you follow us here? Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face? Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baiju did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his...
Baiju, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret. I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as...
Genshing? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baiju's...
Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's
Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So...
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's... Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs... Baiju, don't you think you should seize this opportunity?
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us.
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. Yes, I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in... Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should...
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here?
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the... She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than...
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels.
Wait, Genshing, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jiao?
Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, the last time she visited us, she and master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that.
Quarrel? What happened?
I don't know. I did not witness the argument.
Nor did master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiang Li or her family in the future...
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master...
Paimon never knew you...
So a few words...
What the...
Let's split up. But if anyone finds any...
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
You sense it too? You're right.
Is it breathing? Paimon's not...
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle... Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait, so back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Huh? So you're saying... It was Jiang Li? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she happened?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery. Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
Whoa, what? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon.
hey, plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face? Ugh, Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're Mannequin Man!
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to...
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel
With how antisocial they are? If it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say,
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do...
You called?
Ugh, gets Paimon every time.
Aren't all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like...
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's...
Baizhu of Bubu Pharmacy. I do believe the Lantern Rite when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity.
Huh? You two...
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting Too often, Fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath a vile monster known as the Ch once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Jinxa Village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Ch is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to... Immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them.
That's Xiao for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trip.
Master!
Gui? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine 1 minute and then he...
Already? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3...
It seems that my worst fears... Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Dad, what's wrong?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baishu will be...
How is he doing?
Dr. Baishu, you're back! My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood.
When Gui left, he was still conscious.
Gui, please take Jiaoliang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baishu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jiao?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her. Speaking of which, has there been any word of her whereabouts yet?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baiju in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baiju hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang. Huh? Hey! You're finally awake? That was far too risky.
There was no time. I had no other choice. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations.
So, how much longer do you think Baiju...
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep.
All
Surely he has...
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Ah! Baiju! Changsha!
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more light?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis, and as a result, his life force depleted.
What? You mean, even if you got all the...
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is their precise... Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting. Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure...
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural... I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save...
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond...
Well, I think that it's too... In any case, I have stabilized Jia Liang's condition for now, so our immediate priority... Her regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic, and given that she's already been missing for several days,
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
It's Jiao Liang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard it!
Dr. Baiju, please let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, you're...
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a
I never expected. There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baiju? Are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the third...
Dr. Baiju? Do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Okay.
It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if...
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or Jia Liang, can you sense which direction the source...
I think it's... this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jiaoliang, are you okay?
No, I
This place gives... The digging marks here appear amateur. And rather...
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors.
Judging by the tools they left behind. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
I remember now. She said that the method...
Easy, Jiaoliang. Come on. A bitter pill to swallow.
Water jet!
Nice and spicy. Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, no doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure. After them, Jiang Li was the next.
That's right. This sensor. This is where I told Jiang...
Jiaoliang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here?
There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Eat this! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Water jet! Wipe out!
Don't get frostbite.
Go!
Water jet!
Zhongli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Let's spark things up a little. little shock.
The doctor was...
A bitter pill to swallow.
Go!
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baiju said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! Give up on him? Baiju, you're a great doctor! Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiang Li, maybe if we put our heads together we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me straight.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baiju, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her, I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see IU grow up is already... If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then...
Jialiang...
After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baiju...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that...
Jialiang... Baiju, Genshing...
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humans.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out.
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to sacrifice...
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not at least, that's what
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would I cannot help but think that theirs...
When all this began, we agreed that once IU was old enough to help you gather herbs... My time has come.
As you wish.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end...
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me...
Mom, something's really wrong. Don't fret, IU. I will gather some medicinal herb.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the time... Oh, how I would love to hear...
I don't know why, but Seeing you brings me a sense of...
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered. I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't... Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a...
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a...
So, what can you tell me?
Ugh, where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boot. Without any evidence,
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution you can advise?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then. Your enemy knows you best.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to their...
In that case... I know what you mean, Ms. Ganyu. Ms. Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name is...
Yes, you're right.
Aha! We meet again, traveler.
That won't be necessary. Should we need to...
What? Ugh.
Well...
Oh,
Huh.
Don't let that rascal fool you. If you don't believe me, show me...
You know Second Life's business so well.
Of course. Ugh. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record.
Oh, of course. I'll line by line and word... That exquisite. Look at the tax record.
I see. But, Ms. Ganyu,
He might have destroyed all.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should. Thank you for shining a light on this case.
Oh, please.
I'm afraid I can't.
It's all right, Wei-Shin. You can stay.
That's so considerate of you.
Jialiang! Jialiang! Jialiang!
Dad, are you awake?
Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe...
Dr. Baizhu,
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope...
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to...
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, and even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance.
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being...
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baiju's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey. Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu!
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wang... Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion. At times like this, a grand celebratory...
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon! Alright, first things first, off to the...
Wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was
just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation out?
Now that you are part zombie, there are some rules that you need to know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot. Now that you are part...
Yes, ma'am. I'm listening.
First, don't forget to stretch your body regularly. Second, don't forget to...
Yes? Go on. Don't forget to...
I forgot.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your method.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, but I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies.
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and disease. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow, there is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however, now that the source has been destroyed.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there... What am I saying? The reason I left our master and went into hiding all... But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself, too. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, haven't given away...
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate...
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, You've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that. Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's...
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you...
It is...
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with...
So, Baiyu...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light. Genshing's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed...
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of...
What makes a poison poison? And what if disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning? Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Precisely. I will be Genshing's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract...
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself.
But isn't wanting... For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns...
For once?
Dr. Baiju, Traveler! What are you still chatting about? The food's about to...
We also have coconut milk. Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've...
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is an...
True. And yet, are such things as these not precisely why...
What should I try this time? What should I try this time? What should I try this time? should I try this time? What should I try this time? What should I try this time? Oh, what should I try this time?
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyss.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid.
Chingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon...
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said...
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. Genshing bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was...
Sure enough, Mr. Balai was right. Could we perhaps borrow?
Of course you can, but... I only do my woodwork and as for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse. But some troublemakers have recently moved them. Since you need that invoice anyway...
So that's what happened.
I'll leave you to it then.
Take back the warehouse, find the...
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers.
Oh, Paimon sees them too! It's one of the Fatui...
They must be plotting something.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu...
Ever since Osial, we won't call... Besides, my intuition...
Then what are we waiting...
Go!
Yeah. Frozen. Crest. You'll get frostbite.
Water jet!
Flash frost.
Boba, get them!
It's time for a flash free.
Come a little closer.
Frozen food.
Heat, cool it.
Yeah! Water jet!
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your plan.
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth. There's no...
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui...
Fine. If you really want to know, then, well...
About to...
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up...
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Chingsa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people. What could I be scheming?
Judging by how he's looking at us...
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's...
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? I swear, I only came here to pick...
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after all.
I misjudged the situation and offended you. Our exchange only represents my personal views. If you wish...
This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil Affairs wouldn't side with...
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may try to solve this problem with force when...
Paimon's in!
Darn you. How can you wear that solemn face?
What's your choice, then?
I'll get back to my berries.
a bittersweet ending.
I made a laughingstock out of my...
No worries. It's always nice to teach the...
Let's keep moving towards Master Lu's warehouse. Our...
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Help! My dinner is attacking me!
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Bombs away!
Cool it!
Try not to enjoy this too.
All clear! Quick, let's look around. This dining tables and chairs. That's not it. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so they make coffins too!
Reward on the road.
This one is Second Lives! We finally found it! Let's bring this invoice back to Hoishin.
Ah, Ms. Ganyu, I hope it wasn't too much.
I promise to help you and I'll keep my word. Nothing to worry about. Look, it's the invoice for the transaction between Second Life and Fanmu.
Oh, thank you so much. Now we can solve this problem.
Agreed. How about we go to Second Life and have an...
here is consumer psychology. Join me.
Feel free to take a look around.
New stock at Seago Antiques?
The nightlife here is so vibrant. Huh.
Grilled tiger fish.
Isn't it Huixin from the Yuehai Pavilion? I remember you. I told you that all of my transactions are included in the records. I do hope that my business won't be affected by—
Groundless accusations? Mr. Dongsheng, but I sincerely advise that you cease this behavior immediately.
No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with any fraudulent sources of profit.
Haven't I made myself clear? Mr. Dongsheng, you've already been proven guilty of tax evasion.
What? Proven guilty?
He's talking without rhyme or reason. Must be crumbling under Ganyu's. Time for the finishing blow!
Mr. Dongsheng, can you tell me what this is?
I'm Master Lu.
Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction was absent from the tax record.
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave a single trace.
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out.
The lie? That imp from Wanyo Boutique? He's got his own share.
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more. I don't think you'll need my guidance.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Ganyu. I can take it from here. I must... Your enemy knows you. To think, you came up with this...
Pitting your opponent, that's how Uncle... I figured that is... So, I decided to...
I can see it now. I'm really grateful, Ms. Ganyu.
Ganyu solved both Huixin's work and family problems. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Oh, you've helped...
That's not necessary.
Then, let me...
Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat. Oh, come.
If it's just a meal...
Actually, I've already booked Senor Kiosk. I need a moment to prepare.
All...
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation.
Sure!
That's so kind of you, Huixin. Oh? If there's...
Oh, no, I don't really need help. Could you just listen for...
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, even though I've only decided to
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, I can't compare myself to...
I disagree.
Over the years... And at first, but after all...
So...
You'll help her. It'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask...
Huixin,
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed, but I've always... Huishin, you've made me realize they rely on me. Except...
Oh, of course.
Hooray! Ganyu's...
Even if I've really been supplanted, I won't let you down. Regardless, I'm afraid that it might have all become a mess. No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already?
Baisha, are you okay? Look! You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all. We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've met... That's so kind of you all.
We've been praying day to us. Forget all.
All right. Please divide. I'll take care of...
Of course. Oh, finally.
Yes. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship... To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. I'd like to repay you when I'm done.
Sure, but are you
let...
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome.
Oh, hi! Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the suddenness of our visit, for it is most...
Why on...
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up Paimon's lip. Look! As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes, and it feels like you gotta be super polite.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. Because that whole spiel was really tiring just now. Alright, now that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question. We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long ago that I received the news myself. The head clans of 2 commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is big news for the whole of Inazuma. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty...
Right! Makes sense. Ah, 2 true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion.
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between 2 commissions are extremely rare. But these 2 truly love each other. Tradition should give way to freedom in this case.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato clan.
No need. I'll visit them personally this time.
Huh? But you have other things to be doing.
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate level of respect. The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under the supervision of my sister. But she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance for me to pay a visit to the bride and groom. Oh, and would you two care to join me? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special we just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait, does that mean we helped make this wedding happen? All right then.
I cannot thank you enough. Your mere
Wait, you're the Yashiro Commissioner, but you can't do small talk?
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people. Toma, I'm heading out.
Not a problem. Take care, my...
Ah, you're finally... Ah, Yashiro Commissioner!
Who are these two?
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the...
So it's true. Well, there we have it. That's it then. So be it.
Great, so our hunch was spot on.
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you, so I would be much obliged.
Don't worry, sir. We
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic.
Of course not. I'd be honored.
I guess this is where
Aw, cheer up, Shanojo.
I'll try. Thank you.
This is the headquarters of the Tenryou Commission. Commoners are forbidden from entry.
All right, then. Please.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more—
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan.
You're far too modest. The public thinks
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have—
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Come on now. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, it's a joyous occasion. Lighthearted is exactly how—
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing?
Of course not. Where there is truth, no doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course—
Indeed I am.
So please be confident. Nevertheless, there is—
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou. If you choose now, of all moments to
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been— Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me, so although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage—
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was—
I can see where you're coming from. But you're only postponing the problem.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything— Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said— I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another, clearly and completely. And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Oh, give me a break. Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir—
Far from it. No surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. I wish you a joyous wedding.
Yeah, even if...
Thank you all.
We have some other business to...
Very well. I'll see you...
He seems busy. That must be true for Ed.
You're right. Kujo Kamaji is on cloud. What do you think, Traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth...
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this...
I see. So that's... In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information. Secondly, and more importantly, if we intervene without his...
You do have a point. Kamaji...
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. Sort of. I have to take this approach. My opinion is something like this. If the outcome is positive, and no one was... We don't know yet. I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, have...
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at his word. But I wish to know Hiragi...
Huh...
Don't worry about it. If she's as well, life isn't always a...